Good morning, everybody. You know the drill. Grab them if you got them. This video might be all over the place. I know that's a shock for me, but you know how it goes. And how do I start this? Just got out of the shower. I have some time before I have my therapist visit, which I do online as well. So I wanted to do this video because I have been seeing on the news so much about children having RSV or severe colds or bronchial attacks, things of that nature. Excuse me, I had something in my eye. And all of the children's cold medicines are missing from the shelves. Either people are stockpiling them or the pharmacies and stores are not ordering enough or can't order enough. And it's really making parents worried. Of course they're worried. I mean, I get that. My daughter's 33. She still lives at home. I will tell you right now, whenever she's hurting, whenever she's sick, you're still a mother and a father. It doesn't change. I worry when I hear her having a bad cold. When she got the COVID, she got really sick. I worry. Even though I had COVID too, I'm still a mother. She might be 33 and I will drive her fucking crazy. But I'm always, you okay? What do you need? Can I get you water? You want a tea? That's who we are. That's what we do. For you young parents, with young children, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine what time this is for you. It's horrible. They can't find medicine for their children. So this is what made me do this. If you can't find medicine on the shelves, go to Gaia. Go to nature. There are so many books, and I don't have time today. I've got a couple here that I want to show you, but I thought I did, and maybe I did and I deleted it. I don't know. But I thought I did a video on all of the herbal books that I have. But I took out a few. I took out like 3 because I just don't have time to show you all of them today. But probably tomorrow or later on today, I'll do a video on that, on the herbal books. But go get yourself a good herbal antibiotic book. Books for herbal, for healing, for when you're sick, when you have bruises. I have, as you know, or I think I've mentioned, a diabetic ulcer on my right foot. Now, if you don't know what a diabetic ulcer looks like, by all means Google it, but need to know, mine is not severe. It's a little one, like maybe this big. It's not very big because I had a wound care specialist taking care of it. I have a wound care specialist taking care of it. But the one thing that I found is she gave me, I'm going to pull them out if I can grab it here. I was using these. It's medicinal honey for my wound. Yet I found that they were not doing as well as the natural honey that I use. This is raw natural honey. Cats. I have cats now, people. Raw natural honey. I take a Q-tip, I put the honey in there, and I put it in my wound. And it is healing it up far better. And it's healing it for me far better than if I use the medicinal honey. For me, the medicinal honey is very hard. If I can pull this open, I will show you. And I can, just give me one moment. Okay, here we go. This is what the medicinal honey looks like, if you can see that. You have to cut a little piece off, because I don't have a very big wound, and put it in the hole of the wound. Now, I'm sorry if this is TMI, but it hurts. For me, it hurts, and I don't see a huge benefit from it. So I went back to what I know. Natural raw honey. I use a Q-tip, put it in the sore, put it in the wound, and it has been healing immensely. Sometimes natural herbs and natural products are so much better than the stuff they put on the shelves. If you look at children's Tylenol or children's cold medicine, you look at the ingredients, half the stuff you can't even read or understand. And that goes the same for adult medication as well. They have so many ingredients in there, it's like, what? Feverfew works amazing if you have a fever. Put it with honey, put it with raw honey. Raw honey, I know that I'm a diabetic and I shouldn't be ingesting this, but I'll tell you what, when I have a really bad cold or a really bad sore throat, I make a green tea concoction of raw honey and clove in the green tea. Gone. Gone. I'm not even playing. I drink 1 cup of that and my sore throat is done. Um, Clove is another thing that's very good for pain, very good for toothaches, for inflammation, turmeric. There's so many things that you can go to on your grocery shelves if you can't find medicine for your kids. Because that's really, like I said, my daughter's 33. I know I'm still a mother. Because she's living in my house, when she's sick, I worry. But these are some books that you can go to. I am going to do a video. I don't know, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning for New Year's Eve. I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow. I'll try to do it today. But these are a few of the books. This one is Herbal Home Remedies by Judy C. Todd. I have a beautiful story about this book. If you know anything, if you know Tiptoe Chick, hard for me to even do. Dolores Chapman, Tiptoe Chick. She passed away. I can't even think of the years. I want to say 2. It's probably 3, but I want to say 2. It just seems like yesterday. In October of a car accident. I never thought that girl would go before me. Never thought it. But I was watching one of her videos and she was talking about her herbal books. And one of them was this. And I was talking to her and she said, I said, you know, that looks like a really good book. And she's telling me how amazing this book is and how, you know, she goes to it anytime, you know, she needs to get references for any kind of, you know, wounds or sickness or whatever. And all of a sudden, about a week later, I get it in the mail. She sent it to me. She sent, not her book, but she sent me the book. I swear by this book just as much as she does. I really, she did. And it even puts repellents, polish and wax, household family tips, preparing tinctures. It shows you how to do that. Basic cough syrup recipes. There's so much. I mean, it's basic black and white. There's not like a bunch of pictures and stuff, but there doesn't need to be because it has so much information in here. Children's cold and sickness remedies, you know, a bee sting, things like that. That's in here, and I cherish this book. Then there is, let me move this so it doesn't hit the computer, Nature's Cures by Michael Castleman, author of The Healing Herbs, which I do not have. Nature's Cures. This one is very good too. It's a hardcover book. It has different, it's more, this book is more, how do I word it? It's more in depth. It's more into, you know, therapies and massages and things like that. It's more into stuff like that. It does have, you know, things to fight fat, to help pain, stuff like that. But it's more of an in-depth book of so many different topics on Nature's Cures. So this is another good one. Here's another amazing book. Herbal Antibiotics, Natural Alternatives by Stephen Herod Bunner. I never can remember their names. This one is an excellent book too. I mean, it just gives you so many recipes. Enhancing broth, immune enhancing rice. What do we have here? Black pepper piperin? Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't know what that is, but it has so much. It gives you the names of the herbs and what their uses are, what they're for, drug interactions. I mean, so much. Has so much different information in here. It does have some science stuff in here too, but this is another perfect book. Get yourself, I mean, I only pulled out 3. I have a billion. And like I said, at some point, I don't know if it's today, tomorrow. If not, then it'll be next week because, you know, the weekend is the eve and New Year's Day. I will be doing a video on all of my herb books and giving you like a little review on them. Go in your cupboards. Ginger is amazing for sore throats, for coughs. Peppermint, spearmint, rosemary is awesome. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's good for colds. It's good for your nose. What else? There's so many. There's just so many. As I'm saying colds, I'm coughing here. But go into nature. Go into natural herbs. Go into, like I said, my opinion, every single home should have natural honey. Not those little ones with the bear on it and you squeeze it, and no, not those. Natural raw honey. This, oh my God, this is like, you know, every cure in a bottle. It's an anti-inflammatory. It is an antimicrobial. It is an antibiotic. I mean, there is so much you can do that helps you with the honey helps you with so many ailments. Like I said, I use it on my diabetic wound. And my diabetic wound is not in any way, if you Google diabetic ulcers, know that some of them look severe, mine is not. But at the same time, I use that to cure my wound. It's really healing well. Sore throats, you know, a bee sting, any of that stuff. Honey is, I think everyone should have natural raw honey in their cupboards. I get the big bottle and I put for my wound because I don't want to mix the wound honey with the honey I use for cooking, so I put it in this bottle for my wound. But get yourself a good herb book, an herbal antibiotic book, herbal cure book. Get yourself a good one. Go through it. Go shopping. Because in this day and time, after 2020, the world changed. I feel terrible for anyone that had to figure it out in 2020. Here's where the rambling comes in. You'll have to forgive me. In 2020, yes, 2020 was horrible. The lockdown was terrible. People lost their jobs. Businesses closed. I can't even imagine. We were lucky in this house. My husband did not get furloughed. He was working in shipment, and excuse me, he was considered essential worker. Give me one moment. I'm not editing this. Morning, Meg. He is considered an essential worker, so he did not get furloughed. My daughter did not get furloughed. She's a manager at Dollar Tree. I know, but Dollar Tree kept on going. Excuse me. If you hear the fan, I know I'm digressing again, but if you hear the fan, it's because it is like 72 degrees in here, even though we've got it on 68. Because all the computers are in this room and the TV and all this gets very, and our windows are from the south, it's very dry in here, so I keep the fan on low. We were very lucky with that. We were also very lucky that I have a mother who raised me poor. She raised me and my two brothers poor. And why I say I'm lucky that we were poor, my father died when I was 6 years old of colon cancer, which still blows me away that Chadwick Boseman died of colon cancer in this day and time when my father died 51 years ago of the same disease. You would think by now, but whole new issue. My mother taught us how to cook poor. You go in your cupboards, you find what you need to find, and you cook. And so we were never without food, obviously. We were never without food. We were never without the supplies that we needed, the cleaning supplies, the antibiotic supplies, things like that. And of course, because of I have a huge, I'll have to show you a huge rack, a huge thing of herbs, of every kind of herb you could ever think of, nettle, all of them. We were never without medical supplies. Nettle is another thing that is absolutely amazing. Put it in soups, salads, whatever, your eggs in the morning. It tastes great and it works so well. Echinacea is another one. Um, Dandelion leaf. I buy the huge bags, and trust me, they get used. They absolutely get used. So yeah, I know I digressed again like 1,000 times, but go and find a good herb book, and go and get, look through the book and get the herbs that you need. There's so much green tea. I swear by green tea. I think it is amazing. It is good for inflammation. It's good for antimicrobial purposes. It's very healthy for you. Get green tea. Like I said, when I had that vicious sore throat, green tea, cloves, and honey. Had a tea of it and it was gone. And I'm not even playing when I say that, gone. So, I understand this is a hard time. I understand 2020 put us in a hard time. And now we're going into another hard time with not being able to get your children the medications that they need. And RSV? I'm so sorry if I got that screwed up. Please forgive me. Again, I'm not editing this. Is coming back rampant. It's always been around. It's always been around. But now it's becoming an epidemic. So get yourself, like I said, get yourself a good book. Get yourself a bunch of natural herbs. Get educated on what you need to heal your children, to heal you, even your pets. In this time when finding medicine is very, very hard. Like I said, I don't wish you young parents, I'm so sorry. I don't wish it on anybody to have to be fighting for the basic needs of getting basic medication for your kids when they're sick. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I think that's horrible. And I'm so sorry you're going through that. But hopefully something like this will help. Will help you make them feel better. Will soothe whatever's going on in their chest and their throat and their nose. Yes, that's what I wanted to do this video on. I have to get going, and I know I was, a little bit of mush all over the place. You're used to it by now, right? We're good with that? Okay. I love all of you. I hope that this helped in some way, shape, or form for anybody that's watching it. Even if it helped one person, I'm good. I love you. Have a great week. If I'm not able to do the other video and I don't see you by New Year's, please, please, please Have an amazing New Year's. Have an amazing New Year's Eve. Let's bring 2023 into a time where we are more self reliant on what we need to take care of ourselves. Let's not let the pharmaceutical companies own us in 2023 or even at the end of this year. Really. You know, here we go again. I'm on so many medications because of all of my diseases. I get sticker shock when I see the prices of how much they try to charge. Thousands of dollars. Thousands. My Kesimpta alone is $4,000 a month. We have insurance, thank the goddess, but so if we could get ourselves more reliant on ourselves, on taking care of ourselves, taking the responsibility to get educated on natural ways of making ourselves healthy and feeling better, what could be not the benefit of that? And I know natural herbs are not the end all cure all of everything, but so many simple things, and even so many things like fevers and infections, can be cured with natural herbs. And it's so much, I'm not trying to put money into this, but it's so much cheaper. So much cheaper than some of those pharmaceutical meds they shove down our throats. And there's no side effects. The side effects, did you ever see those commercials on TV? Take this, it'll cure you of this. Oh, but make sure, if you do take this, it could cause this. Anyways, I love all of you. I hope you have an amazing new year. I hope it is a healthier new year, a happier new year. I hope it's a fulfilling new year. Find things that make you happy. I love you. I will talk to you later. Bye bye.